Speculation is kind of fun. It's something that I indulge in quite often. We like to talk about things that are coming. I often hear things, people often hear things and tell me things, or sometimes I get it from a guy who heard it from a guy who heard it from a goat. You never know. I mean, speculation is just part of the thing that is awesome about YouTube, and you know, I'll continue to speculate and do those kind of speculation things. You also tend to hear things that are rumor. Some things you know are just complete and utter bullshit right from the start. This might be one of them, but I did hear something that was kind of interesting. We all know that Xbox Scorpio news is hot. A lot of people like hearing about it. I personally love hearing about it because I'm very excited. We're already in February, which means we're only a couple months hopefully away from an actual full-on reveal. We're going to see what this thing looks like, maybe get some footage of games running on it, some pre-orders opening up, something. You know, hopefully we get that in May like I've heard. So anyway, what I also heard was we all know that this thing's going to have 12 gigs of memory. Now, what we don't know is the difference between what they're going to use for like the memory for gaming versus the memory for like UI and things like that. Like if you guys are up to date on everything that's in the Xbox One, that has 8 gigs of memory, DDR3, and then of course it has the ESRAM. Now, the interesting part about this is only I think 5 or 5.5 gigs of that DDR3 was actually able to be used for games, right? So Xbox Scorpio supposedly is going to have 12 gigs of memory, but what I heard is it's going to also have 2 gigs of dedicated system memory for like UI and those kind of things, like background stuff. So what I'm hearing is a total of 14 gigs, which would be kind of weird, kind of impressive. I'm not sure how that exactly works out, but 12 gigs of memory for gaming itself, and supposedly that's going to be like the GDDR5 and then some DDR3 thrown in there as well for like the system memory and you know, like the UI and things like that, which makes sense because if you look at what Microsoft is doing, obviously you wouldn't need a ton of that because you know, they slimmed everything down. If you look at the Xbox One dashboard right now, there's no more snap. They cleaned up all the resources and stuff like that. So maybe games on the Xbox One as well will be able to take advantage of a little bit more memory on the Xbox One and the Xbox One S as well. But it is worth noting that that's what I heard. So I mean, I think it's something that would be interesting. I hope that it would be cool, be true, because it would be absolutely phenomenal news. All the more memory, the better. You know, if it's just ends up being 12 gigs and then they take 2 or 3 away from that to run UI and stuff, then that's not as impressive to me. But if you were to say, okay, well, here's 12 gigs GDDR5, go nuts developers, then I think you're going to see a lot of developers be happy and have a lot of fantastic looking games out on that console. And I'm excited for that. What can I say? I mean, I think that we're all excited to see what happens, and in particular as far as these 4K promises and things like that. So again, just to reiterate what I heard, and this is a rumor, don't go out there saying Crapgamer's a liar, he lies. Let's not do that, okay? Crapgamer is saying he's heard that there's 12 gigs GDDR5 and 2 gigs of system memory for like the UI and stuff like that. That's DDR3. So take it for what it's worth, but interesting. And you guys always like hearing some of these things as well. So I'll continue to talk about it as long as you guys continue to want to hear about it. Some of the stuff ends up being legit, some of it doesn't. But at the end of the day, speculation is fun, folks. It's entertainment. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already done so, because that helps out the channel a lot, and I would appreciate it. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.